Hello, precious metal lovers. Welcome back to the channel. So I made a CBDC video previously. Didn't really go too much in depth, just a couple of worried thoughts, I suppose. Yeah, obviously, I am concerned if it does come out and it is a thing, which we all kind of should, really, I think. I mean, yeah, it does have some advantages, but for the most part, I don't think it's a good idea at all. We just lose more control. Yeah, if we lose more control of what we're spending our money on, what we can spend our money on, yeah, I think that's bad news for the future, because there's, well, increased surveillance risks with transactions at that point, because if they start monitoring everything you do, it's not like now you'll have individual banks. Your banks talk to like retail companies, or wherever you make a transaction, it will talk from your bank to them, and it doesn't go through the Bank of England or your main bank, wherever you're from, Bank of America, or yeah. But if they do it this other way, CBDC style, it will just all go through the big central bank, so all transactions will be visible to them, no matter where you've bought it. I don't see them making separate banks to have like data protection. I just don't see that happening. They'll just track everything. Everything will be traced, and it would be a lot easier to manipulate. Sorry, excuse me. Because you got to think. Obviously, now they can just print money, but then that damages the value of the currency. But if it's all online, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that works. And obviously, not only that, there's big cyber threats. They could be hackers, you know what I mean? Like, hackers could get into the system, break the system down, and from that point, you could have potential data breaches, you could lose your value, anything can happen, really. If they can get in, you don't really want your personal data floating about, especially what you buy when you've bought it. It could completely just be wiped out within seconds, because hackers and scammers are getting very scary these days. Some of the things they can do is just crazy. So if they can get into something like this, it's horrendous, because individual banks and individual accounts, I get that, a bit harder to get into, but it can still happen. But if it's one bank and one blockchain that runs the whole system, if a hacker breaches it once, he can technically, or she can technically, access anything at that point, which is worrying. So I really, really hope this doesn't happen, because if it does, yeah, really not good. And governments could also discriminate with them. So, I don't know, say you wanted to travel somewhere, they could restrict it. They could be like, oh, you shouldn't be traveling here. Like, they can kind of manipulate you and make you do what they want you to do, almost, in a sense. And they can, I don't know, give you, like, it could be like a new system, like a social system. So depending on what you buy and when you buy it and how often you buy certain things, you maybe get some kind of score, and then this score could potentially stop you, I don't know, travelling on trains and planes and buses and coaches and all sorts. I just feel like there could be some restrictions. Like, it could never end. They could say, oh, you can't purchase this, your score isn't high enough, or anything like that. It could just be instantly declined, and there's nothing you can do about it. You couldn't use cash, anything like that. Yeah, too scary. Very scary. I really hope it doesn't come to this. I hope we all kind of stop it. I mean, there's a lot of people around the world, a lot of higher ups, that are kind of trying to move away from this idea, but it could still happen. And the People's Bank in China as well have had trials going since 2019, which I didn't realise, and they've actually spent 5.3 billion through that. So the fact there's already trials taking place in China, and it's been going on since 2019, and I didn't actually know about this until I was looking online into it, yeah, that worries me as well. Especially with the BRICS trying to take over at the moment. The fact that they've been having trials going, I just feel like this is part of a plan, and it has been for a long time. Potentially, facts that could just be chances, but the fact that they've been running trials since 2019 does concern me. Yeah, I'm hoping we don't go down this route, but this is a lovely reason why I stack beautiful precious metals to keep that security and hopefully keep the wealth stored. Obviously in my country I'm going to go for Britannias more than anything else because they work out cheaper and they're tax exempt, so it kind of makes sense for me to go for the Britannias more. But saying that, I will still buy bullion from every country eventually, get one from every country, and then I may get more, but I at least want one from every country to start with. Then I'll probably start stacking up some Britannias, maybe some bars. But yeah, didn't really talk too much on silver there, but this is kind of one of the many reasons on why I decided to start stacking it. Yeah, I hope it doesn't come to this, but either way, storing silver is never a bad option. So yeah, no matter what happens, if I have this, I just feel a little safer. So that's kind of my thoughts on it. Obviously nothing's technically official yet, so who knows what's going to happen, but I just think it's very bad news, and I hope people see this too, because if they give you some sort of, oh yeah, sign up today and you get 100 credits, like, yeah, a lot of people are going to sign up and then go start spending and using their app, and it's like, that's going to be the way it's going to start rolling, and then it's just going to be a snowball effect, and yeah, not good news, I don't think. But there's nothing we can do really. I mean, if we all stand up, it might help, but I still think if they want to bring it out, they will bring it out. There's just going to be a lot more control on everyone, which is unfortunate and not what we want. So hopefully people will see what's happening and stand up to it. But yeah, sorry it's been a bit of a longer video than normal, but yeah, hope you're all doing well, and I will catch you on the next one.